Hi everybody, it's Marcia from ZC Creations, and this is another test video, basically to see how my equipment is working and if I have some more of the kinks worked out of my video projects here. I wanted to share with you this mixed media canvas, excuse me, that I did. There's a lace fabric flower that I've made here that is really pretty. It has gray feathers and kind of a gray-blue lace and some glitter netting and some light blue lace with pearl trim and a homemade center. Some stick pins, Fiona Jennings style. And so that's the kind of the focal point of the project. And also there's a frame, vintage little frame with a little vintage lady in it, some pearl accents around, and I distressed it a little bit with some Tim Holtz distress ink, or actually his distress paint that's in the little shaker bottles with the foam top. That's a wonderful product. That is just, I'm so blessed to have a couple colors of that. It's really neat to use. Over here I had some beautiful paper that I fussy cut some of the flowers out, and they have sort of a glitter to them. I don't know if you can see it or not. And then I added a little bit more glitter with a product similar to Stickles. And I used some of that foam to adhere it to the project, that makes it stand up from the project just a little bit. As you can see, I fussy cut out the flowers from the paper. The background here is my own homemade modeling paste. I've tried a couple of the recipes that I've seen on YouTube, and they didn't work well for me. They ended up either cracking, and then I did have some of the modeling paste that actually spoiled it, molded, and I don't know whether it was because my container wasn't airtight or what the problem was, but it actually molded, and it really wasn't that long of a time, and I had to throw it all away. There wasn't that much of it, but still I had to throw it away. So I decided I would try using spackling compound or drywall compound. There's a brand that has a kind of an elastic agent in it, or a flexible type agent, and keeps it from cracking, and it works really very well for me. It gives a nice texture and it doesn't crack, and so I'll put the recipe for that one down in the comments. There's some embroidered lace here, and some brass and a little brass butterfly here. I also recolored this heart and key, and I have a little cameo here, some gears. I have some chain that I hung from another little brass flower on here, and down here I have some lace, and then I topped that with some scalloped embroidered lace, and how much of that you can see, and some bling. trim. There's a little bit of bling on the end of this spray, and of course in the corner here I have a doily and some lace and some flowers that I distressed a little bit with some of Tim Holtz. I think it's called Vintage Velvet is the color, and some leaves. They were white and I colored them a blue color to kind of go with the gray blue background, and then sort of distressed them a little bit. And I think I used in a couple places, I used some, I don't have the Rub and Buff, I believe it's called, or a product like that, so I have some little tiny fabric paints, and they sort of have the same consistency, so I kind of use that to put on the top of edges of my things, and seems to have the same sort of effect. In the background here I have used some really pretty pastel flowered tissue paper, and I crumpled it up and adhered it to my canvas with Mod Podge, and I kind of really like that technique, and it gives an interesting background and a interesting color. Another thing, here's some more you can see up here a little bit. Just another thing that Fiona Jennings taught me. She is Jennings644 on YouTube. If you don't already know her, please go to her channel. She's amazing, and she will teach you phenomenal things, one of which is a flower center like this that's really fun and easy to make and saves you tons. And she has a video out, or maybe even several videos out, on how to make these, and like I said, they're simple and easy to make, and like I said, save tons of money for flower centers, and I think they look really pretty on a project. I added a doily under here and some lace that has a little bit of blue through it, and sort of a fan of lace around that. I also edged the sides in lace, just to kind of give it a little bit of a finish on the sides, all the way around. And this isn't exactly your typical canvas. It's actually a box lid. I am a very frugal crafter. If you talk about crafting on a budget, I think you could say I craft on no budget. But that's I repurposed the box lid and painted it on the inside with my background color, which is kind of a gray blue. I don't know if you can see the color of it on here at all. Up at the top here you'll see some craft foam that's mostly kids use for different crafts, but it's really great because I put it at the top where this canvas would hang, and it protects it from the nail or whatever you're using to hang it from. It works well to keep it so that it doesn't get damage the top of your project. And I will try to do a tutorial at some point in time. I'd like to. I don't know that I have any fantastically new ideas, but I may do things a little differently than someone else might do, and I think that, anytime, you're looking for something and someone does something a little bit different way, you might be able to get some good out of that. So I'm going to try to do a tutorial, but I want to get all my technical problems worked out first before I do that. And anyway, that's my canvas, my project, and I really appreciate if anybody sees this. Any comments that you might want to leave, I'd be more than happy to hear them, especially if you have ideas for me, or any kind of help with my camera and lighting and sound. And I'm using an iPhone, believe it or not, to do my videos, which some very techie people told me is actually a really good camera to use. So hopefully it comes out fairly well, and hopefully there are a couple people out there that'll see this. So thank you so much for watching, and check out our Facebook page. It's ZC Creations. That's ZEECEE Creations. And we do have a Facebook page, and I'm on Etsy also. Just starting out, so take a look and let us know what you think. And thanks a lot for watching. God bless. Bye-bye.